You slept. Maybe you even got a full 8 hours. You had your coffee. You got up, started your day, pushed through what needed to get done. And somewhere in the middle of all that, maybe you've had this thought, what is wrong with me? Because maybe you're waking up tired. Maybe your energy completely crashes in the afternoon. Maybe your brain feels foggy. Maybe you're craving sugar. Maybe coffee isn't helping the way it used to. And maybe a small part of you has quietly started blaming yourself. Maybe you've thought, I need more motivation. I need more discipline. I need to stop being lazy. But what if being exhausted isn't a character flaw? What if your body isn't fighting you? What if it's communicating? Because here's something I've learned. Health problems don't usually appear overnight. Long before things become obvious, our bodies often send smaller signals, whispers, little clues. And most of us get really good at overriding them. We normalize being exhausted. We normalize pushing through. We normalize needing 3 coffees and pretending that's just adulthood. But today I want to go through 5 signs that your body may be trying to tell you something. Not to scare you, not to diagnose you, just to help you understand what may be happening. And more importantly, what you can actually do about it. Let's start with number 1. You wake up tired even after sleeping. This one confuses people because they think, I slept 7 or 8 hours, I should be fine. But sleep quantity and sleep quality are not the same thing. You can technically sleep all night and still wake up feeling like your battery barely charged. Stress can affect sleep quality. Late night screen time can affect sleep quality. Blood sugar swings can affect sleep quality. An inconsistent sleep schedule can affect sleep quality. And hydration matters more than people think too. Simple thing to try. Before reaching for caffeine in the morning, drink water first. You've just gone an entire night without drinking anything. So many of us wake up already a little dehydrated. And honestly, a lot of people go through life more dehydrated than they realize. We get busy. We rely on coffee. We push through. And sometimes water becomes an afterthought. If adding lemon helps you enjoy it more, build the habit, or simply makes it feel refreshing, go for it. For me, little rituals matter. Sometimes small things make healthy choices easier to repeat. And while I love coffee too, sometimes water first gives your body what it actually needed before adding stimulation on top. Then, if you can, experiment with keeping caffeine earlier in the day. For a lot of people, caffeine into the afternoon can quietly affect sleep later on, even if you feel like you sleep fine. And poor sleep tonight can become exhaustion tomorrow. So try water first. Get outside within your first hour after waking. And if possible, experiment with keeping caffeine before noon. Tiny habits. Big impact. Number 2. The afternoon crash. You know exactly what I'm talking about. 2 o'clock. 3 o'clock. Suddenly your brain wants a nap. Or chocolate. Or coffee. Or more coffee. A lot of people think this is normal. But I don't think we should automatically normalize feeling like our battery dies halfway through the day. Or feeling like our entire day depends on coffee. Meal composition does matter. Stress matters. Hydration matters. Blood sugar matters. A quick thing to experiment with. Instead of meals that create a quick spike and crash, think fiber, healthy fats, and plant protein. Things like beans, lentils, tofu, nuts, seeds, whole foods that give your body steadier fuel instead of quick highs and lows. And if possible, take a short walk after eating, 10 minutes. Nothing dramatic. A quick walk after meals can help support blood sugar balance, digestion, and energy, which may mean fewer crashes later. And of course, movement in general is one of the best things we can do for our health. You don't need to become a marathon runner between lunch and dinner. Sometimes small things move the needle. Number 3. Sugar cravings. And before you panic, wanting something sweet does not automatically mean something is wrong. But intense cravings can sometimes happen when we're underfueled, stressed, sleep-deprived, or riding an energy roller coaster all day. And sometimes cravings can also make us curious about whether something deeper may be contributing. Things like gut health, routine, food quality, stress, and other patterns can play a role too. Our bodies are incredibly interconnected. Everything talks to everything. Even the relationship between the gut and the brain is more connected than many of us realize. The goal isn't to panic, it's to get curious. And one thing I see often is people eating all day and still not getting steady fuel, enough fiber, nutrient-dense foods, movement, or the things that truly support energy. No wonder by the evening their body still feels like it's trying to catch up. Sometimes as early as the morning, we can do a simple check-in. Pause. Am I actually hungry? Am I stressed? Am I tired? Or have I just been running on empty all day? Because sometimes the signal isn't always what we think it is. And sometimes the answer really is simple. Drink more water. Number 4. Brain fog. And I don't just mean forgetting where you put your keys. I mean that feeling where your brain feels slower, like your mind is moving through molasses. You reread the same sentence 3 times. You walk into a room and completely forget why you went there. You know you're awake. You know you're functioning. But something feels off. And sometimes brain fog isn't one giant mystery. Our bodies aren't separate systems. Everything talks to everything. Which also means sometimes we don't need one massive life overhaul. Sometimes improving the basics can move the needle. Better sleep, more water, more movement, more whole foods. Start with one thing and listen to what changes. Number 5, movement. And I think movement has become one of the biggest missing pieces in modern life. We sit working, we sit driving, we sit eating. Then we come home, sit on the couch, and think we're recovering from all the sitting. No judgment. Most of us live in a world that makes movement optional, but our bodies were never really designed for that. Movement isn't just about exercise. Movement affects energy, mood, digestion, sleep, stress, blood sugar, even focus. And I think sometimes we accidentally believe movement only counts if it's intense. But walking counts. Stretching counts. Taking the stairs counts. 10 minutes counts. Sometimes I even catch myself doing little stretches or moving around because my body is basically asking for movement. And honestly, I think a lot of us feel that. Bodies are smart. They're trying to keep us alive. They're constantly adapting. Sometimes the answer isn't pushing harder. Sometimes the answer is listening better. And maybe that's the real takeaway. Your body isn't waking up every day trying to make life harder. It's not trying to sabotage you. It's communicating. And the goal isn't to become obsessive. It's not to panic every time you're tired, crave sugar, or feel off. It's to get curious, to pay attention, to notice patterns, to experiment, to acknowledge what is happening, and make the appropriate adjustments. And most importantly, to listen. And maybe after this video, don't change 10 things. Choose 1. Drink more water. Go for a walk. Get outside in the morning. Pick one thing. Stick to it. Later you can add more. And listen to what changes. Because sometimes the smallest shift can tell you the biggest story. So if any of these signs felt familiar, don't assume your body is failing. Start listening before whispers become alarms. So if there's one thing to take away from today, it's this. Don't just collect information. Do something with it. Knowledge is great. Applied knowledge is even better. So before you scroll to the next video, go drink a glass of water. Seriously, your body might be asking for something simpler than you think.